Today's topic for discussion is a description of plant. Its name is Brassica nigra. Its common name is mustard and in Hindi it is called as rai. It is the member of family Brassicaceae. This family is also called as cruciferous family. Next slide. How is the habit and habitat of Brassica plant? It is a biennial herb. It is a mesophyte and it is a very common plant of tropical regions. It is cultivated for its seeds as a oil yielding crop. Okay. How is the root of this plant? The root of this plant is branched and it is a taproot system. Taproot system, that means it is a dicot plant. Next. Stem of the mustard plant. The young plants may have disc-like stem. Later the stems becomes erect, cylindrical, hollow, soft, green and somewhat woody below. This is a herbaceous plant and very commonly grown by farmers for its seeds. It is a very common plant. Next, the leaf of the mustard plant. It is simple leaf. It is simple leaf because it has a lamina and a small stalk-like structure, that is petiole. When the leaf is having only lamina and petiole, such leaf is described as simple leaf. And the leaf is green, radical in young plants and colline and ramal in older plants. How is the shape? Lower leaves dissected and lyrate, upper leaves ovate in shape, and lower leaves again lanceolate shape. It has a small petiole, that is stalk-like structure. Therefore, the leaf is described as petiolate. But the upper leaves of the plant, they are sessile. There is no petiole. If the stalk is absent in the plant, in the leaf, petiole is absent, then such leaf is described as sessile. When the leaf petiole is absent, such leaf is, in taxonomic language, it is described as sessile. And sessile leaves are present at upper side of the plant. And how is the venation? Pipeline of the plant. How is the venation? Venation is reticulate. Reticulate venation occurs in dicot plant. How is the phyllotaxy? What is phyllotaxy? It is the arrangement of the leaves on the stem and branches. Phyllotaxy. Then phyllotaxy is alternate. How is the margin of the leaf? Margin of the leaf is dentate. It is not entire. It is a dentate, small toothed. Okay. And base of the leaf is, it is a cuneate. Cuneate base. Such base is described as cuneate. And apex of such leaf, apex is described as mucronate. And see the apex of leaf and margin is dentate and apex is mucronate. Okay. And this leaf, at the base of the leaf petiole, there is no stipule. Stipule is absent in the leaf. Such leaf is described as exstipulate. This is the front side of the leaf. Stipule is absent and this is the leaf again. Lower surface of the leaf. Next. This is the inflorescence of mustard plant. And inflorescence is compound raceme. It is a compound raceme inflorescence. Next. This is the flower of cruciferous family, that is Brassica, a typical flower. And this flower, it is described as a regular flower. It is a complete flower. Why it is complete? Because all the floral parts are present in that. And at the base of the flower, there is no bract. Bract is absent. Then, if the bract is absent, the flower is described as ebracteolate. Okay? Or ebracteate. And the flower is having stalk-like structure. Stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. If the pedicel is present, the flower is described as pedicellate. And how is the symmetry of flower? It is actinomorphic flower. It can be you can divide it in two equal parts. Two equal parts of the flower can form here, that is actinomorphic flower. If you divide the flower into two equal parts can be formed. Okay. Sexuality, it is a bisexual flower because androecium as well as gynoecium is present. Ovary is hypogynous. Hypogynous ovary means superior ovary. Why it is superior? Because the calyx, corolla, androecium, that means stamens, they are originated from the base of the ovary. Therefore, it is a superior ovary. It is also called as hypogynous ovary. In this flower, thalamus is absent. Okay. Color of flower is yellow. Next slide. This is the calyx. Calyx is the first whorl of the flower and calyx is the outermost whorl. That is the first whorl of flower. How many calyx lobes are there? What are calyx lobes means? Sepals. How many sepals are there? There are 4 sepals in mustard. And the sepals are clawed. Okay. And color of sepal is greenish, yellowish green. And these sepals are not fused. If the sepals are not fused, in taxonomic language, it is described as polysepalous. Okay. Aestivation is volvate. What is aestivation? Arrangement of the sepals in the flower. It is all the sepals, they are situated opposite to each other. No sepal is overlapping with the adjacent sepal. Such arrangement, that is volvate aestivation. And epicalyx is absent in this flower. Okay, next slide. This is the corolla of the mustard and petals. Corolla consists of petals. All the petals together known as corolla. There are 4 petals and petals are clawed as shown in the photograph. And the form of corolla, it is described as cruciform of corolla. Cruciform type of corolla. This type of corolla is described as cruciform type of corolla. It is having 4 sepals which are in the flower. There are 4 sepals which are clawed. Okay. And sepals are free. Therefore, it is described as polysepalous condition. And color of the sepal is yellow. Aestivation is again volvate. Next. This is cruciform type of corolla as shown in the photograph. The petals in the flower are arranged in the form of cross, that is, the upper lip of the petal bent by making 90 degrees angles with the basal portion of the petal. Generally, the flowers are actinomorphic and consist of 4 petals arranged in the cross form. Such type of corolla occurs in mustard and that is described as cruciform shape of corolla or cruciform type of corolla. Next. This is the androecium. What is androecium? Androecium, it is the male part of the flower. All the stamens together known as androecium. Androecium consists of stamens. Here there are, in this mustard, there are 6 stamens. And 2 stamens are situated in outer whorl and 4 stamens are situated in the inner whorl. There are 2 whorls of the stamens. Stamens are 6 but in outer whorl only 2 and in inner whorl only 4 stamens are situated. Such arrangement of the stamens in 2 whorls and the inner whorl consists of 4 stamen, outer whorl consists of 2 stamen. The 4 stamens of inner whorl, they are long in length, and outer 2 stamens of outer whorl, they are somewhat shorter. Such arrangement of the stamens in the androecium of mustard, that is described as tetradynamous condition. Tetradynamous condition. Okay. Tetradynamous condition of androecium, like this. Okay. How is the attachment of the anther to the filament? It is basifixed at the basal region of the anther. The filament is attached, so it is basifixed. And filament, there are 4 filaments are long, 2 slightly short. Already I told you. And how is the anther? Anther is 4 anthers are extrose. Extros anther means what? The face of the anther that is diverted towards the peripheral region of the flower. And intros means the inner two stamens are intros. That means their face is towards the central region of the flower. That is intros anther. Okay. The anther is having two-celled anther, that is diathecous anther. And how is the dehiscence? What is dehiscence? Breakdown of the anther after formation of pollen grains in the anther. The anther dehisce or break open and split open, and the pollen grains at maturity, all the mature pollen grains they release from the anther. Okay, the dehiscence in this mustard is longitudinal. Dehiscence of anther is longitudinal. Filaments are 4 long, 4 too short. Okay, next slide. This is the tetradynamous condition of stamens which occur in Brassicaceae family. And this is the photograph of mustard. And in flowers of plants of family Brassicaceae, 6 stamens are present that are situated in 2 orals. Just I explained. Again I am explaining here. 4 stamens with longer filament found in the inner oral, and 2 stamens which have short filaments situated in outer oral. This type of arrangement of the stamens is described as tetradynamous condition in taxonomy. Okay, next. This is the gynoecium of mustard in the photograph. Position of ovary is superior. Okay, because calyx, corolla, stamens they are originated from the base of the ovary, so that the ovary is superior. Superior ovary is also called as hypogynous ovary. Okay, in the ovary, carpels are 2. There are 2 carpels. If the carpels are 2, it is bicarpellary. Okay, bicarpellary ovary is there. And carpels are united, therefore it is syncarpous. And locules, one locule is there. The unilocular ovary. Okay. How is the placentation? Placentation means attachment of the ovules to ovary wall. At a marginal placentation is there. Okay. Stigma, see the stigma, slightly bifid, style is short. Okay. Next slide. This fruit, mustard plant, it has a silica type of fruit. What is silica type of fruit? It is a type of fruit, looks like a legume, but it is developed from 2 carpellary syncarpous superior ovary. There is a partition or septum is present between 2 carpels. At maturity, the fruit split open from base to apex, leaving the seeds attached to the rhipium. Such a type of fruit is described as silica type of fruit. It looks like legume type, but it is not a legume type of fruit. It is a silica type of fruit occurs in mustard. Photograph is here. This is the silica type of fruit. Next. Thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.